I'll give him just a little more. I'll give him just a little more. Just a little more. Always and forever I will be. I'll give him just a little more.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Lil Mo. Welcome to the Lil Mo Show podcast. Matter of fact, we're just going to call it the Lil Mo Show because we're doing worldwide things. And here's my co-host,
Skeet Carter, and it's going down. I'm happy to be here. We have a good time because we turn up every time we sit on this couch.
and we up here looking like a bag of Skittles slash...
Jelly beans slash...
Yeah, I mean?
We should have rehearsed. This could have been both red or... What color is that?
This is like a... It's like an orange.
Or ranch.
Orange. But you know that's one of the only words in the English language besides is orange, purple. It's something that don't have nothing that rhyme with it.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Hey, yeah, well,
What
that's
match
just a
with it?
tidbit of information. We have a great show for you today. We have some special guests that are joining us because this is a special segment that we're doing where we showcase and we highlight and spotlight people that you may have like, okay, I heard of that before. So we got them here today.
Yes.
So we have Nadeem, the owner of Daniel's Leather. Everybody that's in a fur or a coat that you see all over the world, trust me, his hand is in that stitching, as well as the Ballad of Bensonhurst. His name is Mr. Footwork. He's the man behind the plan, as well as some other youth that he has with him about his game of life. Well, it's like a program that he started. You'll hear all about that. But before we get into that, we're going to give you some inside information, what they talk about on the internet. Should we tell them now or should we make them wait?
What you want to do? Rock, paper, scissors.
How do you play that?
Oh, my God. Shake it 3 times and throw something out.
Pause.
1, 2, 3.
That sound like some...
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
So what do we win?
That's nothing. You got to do it over. Rock.
Matter of fact, let's just talk about it then, because we just going to keep on cutting.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. Let's go. You first.
You heard about John Wall. He's returning to Adidas with a new 5-year endorsement deal. John Wall is back to the Adidas family. Never knew he left. Never knew that he had to get another deal because that brother's so paid. I say he sit in the shade and drink lemonade.
Sing everything.
But check it, after testing the shoe deal free agent waters for the past couple of years, John has finally set up shop with Adidas and Adidas. That's the same home of what, Yeezy?
No, Yeezy left.
Are you serious?
Didn't he?
No, because every time
He
I
left
see...
Nike.
Yeah.
And he's with this.
I was about to say, because every time
Okay,
I see him, that thing say Adidas.
Right, cool.
Okay, but
Right.
according to Yahoo Sports, Wall has inked a new 5-year endorsement deal with Adidas. Wall has been a shoe free agent for the past 2 years, and you know he's part of the Washington Wizards. But it don't say how much he got. But pretty much, I know that
It's a
that
lot.
joint is a check.
Everything I do it for a check.
I can't wait till I get a sneaker deal. I wear size 4, 4.5 on a sad day.
Yeah, I wear 8.5, 42 farm.
Those yours?
Yeah, you already know.
Baby, them things glossing.
Hey, look at you, Clausen.
You're slippery.
And you got the tattoos out.
I say you're slippery.
You play too much. Hey, look, man, what else going on?
It's a lot going on, but matter of fact, let's get our guest up here and let's talk to them and let's see what's going on and how some of the hottest furs that you pop your collar to, you'll see who's the man behind that. All right? More with the Lil Mo Show when we return.
Like that.
All we need is 30 minutes. I need that Mr. Daddy good stroke. Don't pull it out till I get finished. All I need is 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Listen, man, we got some guests in the building, man. People that you need to know.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're in the fashion or if you care about the youth and what's going on. And
You
the
might want to look
neighborhoods
like
and all that.
a rapper. You might want to look like you're on Love and Hip Hop. You might want to look like you just stepped off the runway.
If you step your swag up, man, you got to know different people and know where to go at, man. And this guy right here has a dope store.
Yeah.
We there all the time.
Every time you see somebody with like the litty furs, like I know a lot of people are changing their hair colors, but these colorful furs and just the design, the technique, just everything about it is litty. The man behind Daniel's Leather that everybody's hashtagging and tagging onto, Mr. Nadeem. What's up, brother?
It's really good. Thanks a lot for inviting me.
No
How
problem.
are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. Doing great. Having fun.
Just getting back from Milan, right?
Yeah.
What you was doing over there?
Just wanted a little break and come up with some new ideas, just to start again, and you'll see the work very soon.
Oh.
He's smooth. He's too smooth. You already said.
Hey, I just want to get
came
away.
back.
Now
I just get away. I'll come back and work on ideas. When I work on ideas, I go sit in the room by myself.
or in the bathroom and try to map things out, but you go to a whole nother country.
Yes, I was in Milan, I was in Florence, working on some new things, some new ideas.
Man, what else is there new to do? You done did everything. Like, everybody comes to you. I've seen people drive from all over. When we were there, was people from Chicago. I said, wait, y'all left the cold to come to the cold, to go back to the cold, but they need a coat.
Yes.
And where they was, Massachusetts.
Actually, we even get customers from all over the world, not just USA. So
Anybody from Antarctica? Because, you know,
not yet.
don't sleep. They on the way.
And he the real deal. You actually you're not proclaiming to make the jackets. You guys have material laying all around the store.
Everything right there on the floor.
Right there on the floor. He told me, he said, if you go to a store and they don't have material on the floor,
They don't make it. And there's a lot of places that actually come to you to buy and to resell. They try to make it look like they made it, but they come and get it from you.
Yes, but I cannot get into the detail of it.
I
But
got
yes, you know what.
You know
I know
it
what you
is.
mean.
Yes.
That's good. I mean, that's good business though, because I've seen, a lot of people trying. And I've been to the store. It's official. Everything's great. And you know your product is good because you just sit back and say either you want it or you don't.
And you know everybody's size. He don't have to take no measurements. He'd be like, oh, yeah, this is you.
Right.
And you know, like, what looks best for people, which is...
Not only that, actually, the coat reflects the person also. So I like to have that interaction where I'm seeing somebody and then it's more fun to design. And my customers are spoiled. They want to have something that nobody got. So
Right.
that's the challenging part of the whole thing.
That would be me.
Among you,
so
yes.
how do you make things that ain't nobody got?
Well, it starts from the scratch. I mean, first of all, the skins that we are experimenting with, you are familiar with the typical black or brown.
Yeah.
Everybody got that. Even your grandma got one of those. So
Yeah.
we try to come up with more colors. We try to come up with new cuts, new fittings. So it's always like it's evolving all the time.
Gotcha.
And we just got to be on top of our game because my clients are also, their input is very, very important. So we learn from them too at the same time.
Gotcha.
Just to name a few people that you style for or design things for. Any people in the industry, people who may know who they are?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people starting from, we got Casanova, Jazzy. I love the way she dresses up. She's great. We got Remy Ma with a tremendous personality. Then we got Papu. I love the way some of the quotes came out for him. Yandy Smith has been great.
Yandy's be lit. Her Jones, I call them it's dragon season. Baby, that coat be dragging. That thing be lit.
I hear a lot of people think, they say Papoose jackets be so decent. They think that, they be like, I want one of the Papoose coats. They think
So people come in, I want the Papoose coat.
I want the Papoose
Yes,
coat.
and sometimes he comes up with a short notice and a very challenge. Last time he sent me a green sneaker, and I only had like half a day to make a matching jacket, and I was like, how are we gonna do this? But it turned out to be a huge hit. That jacket was.
How long have you been in business? Because I've seen people say you've like surpassed and sustained through the test of time. What from like, what is it, Delancey Street?
Yes,
up until
we were on Delancey. We've been there since 1992, and there used to be about 45 stores over there.
Yeah.
And now they are down to 3, but we were always good. We were always thriving, and we have a tremendous loyal fellowship. So we are blessed that we have people that would only buy from us.
Speaking of loyal, I would say Mr. Footwork, aka Maurice Ballard, because honestly, I've always heard of it, but you walked a lot of people in, especially everybody from Love and Hip Hop. I would say Jacquees was like, yo, Footwork, but I've seen you with Misa, with damn near everybody. So is that why you call yourself Footwork? Because you really be beating your feet on the pavement and make sure that everybody walk their ass on down to Daniel's leather?
That's right. You know, my whole thing was building a relationship with celebrities.
Okay.
I knew branding was huge in the world, and they needed that to provide for the music videos and things like that.
Yeah.
So over the last 10 years, from Sergio Tacchini that I ran, that was my first brand that I ran.
Nice.
And placed it in Notorious Film. I've been trying to get with Nadeem for like 4 years straight. He's been denying me, told me, nah, I don't want it. I'm good with my regular sales.
Gotcha.
And this year was the 2017, 2018, 4 months ago was the first time he actually allowed me to move his brand.
He wore me down, finally.
That's
Wow.
right. That's right. So
Because a lot of people say, I want celebrities in my things, but you actually turned it down because you have your loyal clientele.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But now it's like really super lit because, whew,
He put the footwork in. He kept walking and putting the
And
footwork in.
what
beating
made
him,
you
beating
not to
him.
give up? Because I'd have been like, all right, he said no, we out.
I looked at him every time I walked out, and it never was like he didn't want to do it. It was just something in my sentence that didn't make him say yes.
Okay.
So every year when it started getting cold, I was asking God to guide me through the sentence to see if it had happened. And then eventually 2017, he said, go ahead, let me see what you got.
Who was the first person you brought to him?
Actually, Yandy is a sister to me, you know, so I did bring Yandy. And then I was always looking on the Instagram, and Casanova was a guy that I was really attracted to as far as his humbleness, his grind, where he come from, what he's out there doing. I was always trying to get to him, and then eventually we got to him and his wife. And then I started getting involved in, you know, the placing the brand on the show and loving hip hop. And a lot of celebrities and stylists started coming back and forth to pull and pull. So I was very excited about the increase of social media.
Okay.
And I think that, you know, within the next couple of months or years, I think that we'll be a multi-million-dollar brand.
Because in addition to like the celebrity and the social media and the loyal customers, I saw where y'all did something with, I believe, Lala, where y'all gave away a whole bunch of coats. So not only are you doing things, you know, for your personal and your brand, but you're doing things like a give back. How many was it, like 200 coats, or was it 500?
Maybe
it was a lot of
6.
coats.
I think between the Game of Life program on what Daniel's Leather gave me, and then the jackets with Lala, I think it was over 650 coats in total.
Wow. So how you get to the point, you know, we're just gonna give these away? That's a lot of money, brother, to give away.
Yeah, but it's a great feeling too. So
Got you.
I mean, why not? This community that has been so great and so tremendous. Any opportunity that we have, we want to make it even grander next year. The target is 1,000 jackets, and I'm pretty sure I should be able to do it.
That's why people got to pay full price for the coat. You can't get a discount all the time because they're trying to do other stuff. So if you coming up short, there's going to be less coats that they're giving away for the kids. You hear me?
But speaking of the kids, we got another part we want to get into, the game of life. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back because I want to see what this game of life, is that on Netflix or is that real life? More with the Lil Mo Show right after this.
It's your boy Skeet Carter, the co-host of the Lil Mo Show podcast, encouraging everybody to pick up a copy of the tell-all book, Tame a Little Mo, right now. It's available on Amazon.com.
Welcome back to the Lil Mo Show. I'm your host, Lil Mo.
And this your boy, comedian Skeet Carter, and I'm hyped because we always hype here on the Lil Mo Show. Turn up.
He pooted. But anyway, still with us, we have the Ballad of Bensonhurst, Mr. Footwork, as well as the owner of Daniel's Leather, Mr. Nadeem. But joining us today is, now I don't know how to say, there's Abdullah, Das Effects, I don't know.
Because they got the same name, but they say it different. What's your name, brother?
Abdallah.
Abdallah. And what's your
My
name?
name is Abdullah.
And that's your real name, or is that your rap name?
That's my real name.
Abdullah and Abdallah.
Abdullah. When the album coming out?
Soon.
Oh, I knew it.
2019.
Okay, so now you're part of the Game of Life?
Yes.
Okay, tell us what the Game of Life is all about.
Well, basically, I was in Rikers Island,
Hold on, my God. Wait a minute, how old are you?
17.
You was at Rikers
You was visiting.
visiting.
No, I was actually an inmate in Rikers Island.
Really?
Yes.
From what age?
I was there for like a couple of months, basically.
For?
I don't want to get into
It's
that.
real life.
Assault at first at
I
my
got
school.
you.
But the Game of Life program came in clutch, I'll say, because like I was at a time where I didn't know what to do, and I was confused, stressed out.
Gotcha.
And at Rikers Island, it's like you don't do nothing but lock in, and people telling you what to do, and that's one thing I don't like. So the Game of Life program came, like we had practice, playing basketball, just make me release my stress and make me think about life more in my future. So I started organizing, and then because of him, and I'm grateful, I'm here today, and I see myself in the future doing better.
And now, cousin, you was at Rikers too? Yeah. How old are you? Because you look about 12.
19.
19? What age did you go to Rikers?
Like 17.
So y'all 2 years apart. Y'all was there at the same time?
Nah.
What you was there for?
I was there for assault.
Assault, and then how did you meet up with Nadeem, or was it through the Game of Life?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was to the Game of Life.
Okay.
We had a little basketball team there.
Got you.
So we was playing ball, and he was the coach, and that's how I met him. He was like, you could change your life, right? I'm like, Of course. He like, this jail stuff is not for you. I'm like, it's definitely not. He said, I could see potential in you. So I'm like, Right.
Because looking at you, I wouldn't have never known.
Yeah. And
I was like, oh, they must have been visiting, you know, the uncle, you know what I'm saying, just keeping up with the family. But, like, this is real life stuff that's going on.
Yes.
And we all, like, you gave these kids another chance.
Right.
The game of life. Go ahead.
It's just not him. Him too. He gave me another chance. Cause when I
What do
came
you
on,
do for Nadeem, or what do you do for Daniel's Leather?
Worked for him. He gave me a job as soon as I came on.
What do you do? What do you do in the store? There's a lot to be done there. So what do you,
He is one of my best workers, actually.
Yeah.
And whatever that we tell him to do, he does it. I mean, these kids, you know, you look at these kids, and then you see how the system is. And if we can save even one of them, it's worth it. And I think that everybody that owns a store should do that. I don't want to get too political, but this is the modern day slavery, which is going on. And we need help with this. All these kids need help. They are very good kids, and the prison system is really failing us. So we
it's
have to address
overcrowded.
this.
And what happens is, as you've seen, these are young guys, young men, and you make one mistake as you know as a child.
And they throw you in Rikers. I can see
put you right in
they
there.
put you in a church program or something, but they had y'all in Rikers. I be watching them
crazy.
shows, Lock Up, and I'm like, Rikers, my nigga?
It's our first time too. It's not just like.
Are you kidding me?
I was a barber. I used to cut young men like you guys. You know what I'm saying? That's how I made my money. And as a barber, we dress fly, we talk shit in the barbershop, you know, excuse my language. That's what you do. So y'all look up to the barbers, like, I want to be like Skeet. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing, like what you do. And I always told them, it's a lot to do out here. You know what I mean? Like I was chose to cut hair. I didn't have a regular job, so you know I'm like, some people, college not for everybody. I didn't go to college.
Me
you know
neither.
what I'm saying? So some people go
I'll
to college,
say
think
it,
that's the
shit.
way to go. When it's not, there's other things you can do. If you want to start a business, you don't gotta go to college. You know, to start a business. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things you can do to chase your dreams, chase your goals. I'm glad that you got people in your corner that can show you, make a mistake, you know what I'm saying? You can change your life
how did you get the game of life to Rikers? Like, what did you fax
help
something
these young men
over?
out.
No, what happened was I was a volunteer. I used to always pretty much have basketball tournaments in my community, which was Marlboro Houses. Right. And each year everybody was going to prison. So I said, let me go out and volunteer in juvenile detention centers and prisons throughout New York City. Mm-hmm. So I did that for 3 years, no pay, just went to different cities from Essex Juvenile Detention Center, Crossroads, Horizon. And then someone said, I think you should go to Rikers. So I went to Rikers and I volunteered for a year and a half. And a year and a half, it was a situation on how I wanted to give back. I was born in prison. My dad, he died in prison. Wow. I was raised and adopted by an Italian family in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn during the time of the Yusuf Hawkins killing. Right. So I was given a second chance in a diverse world. So I kind of took the white world and kind of brought it back to my inner city community. Yeah. So the way they kind of gave me that opportunity, I came back to make sure I go back and give it to the young men that was going through the toughest time in life and more peer pressure that you could have imagined.
I know you have mentioned, now are these the same young men that, or how many do you have in the game of life that's actually under your program that are not currently incarcerated, that are out?
I work with ACS, so I have over maybe 1.1 million kids that I have access to to bring in different content to motivate them.
Okay.
So if it's not from the fashion world, which a lot of kids is attracted to, once they come home from prison, we have Manny at Worthy Lux and Bobby at New York Tencel. They literally take the kid from the prison, dress them up as if they never was in prison, and bring them right back into the community where they was at. But the goal is to take them out of the community where they committed the crime and have them start their new life somewhere else. So my ultimate goal is to have a Game of Life Academy filled with young talent that need a second chance in life. They're 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out. They just need a program to get them out the door. That's all they need is a program. And that's where I come in at and go to the guys that experienced prison time. I think like with Casanova and Mano and a lot of those Brooklyn guys that was a part of that world, those are the guys I need to come to these guys. You know, that's what I need, you know.
If somebody wants to get in contact, maybe they want to donate, like, wow, like that's really a wonderful and beautiful thing, because you hear people donating. The little boy was crying, oh, why do people do this? Why are they picking on me? And it's real life shit that's going on out here with young people. And then they said that was allegedly a hoax. He didn't even get beat up, because I was looking for the black eye.
Right.
Anyway,
it's
where
just
can
good.
somebody...
I just like to see, well, you know, before we even get to
Pass
that,
me my church
it's good
fan.
to see,
Thank
you know, the youth
Thank you,
look
man.
up to what's cool. You know, what's cool is the rappers, you know, the people
That's
that see
right.
on social
That's
media.
right.
So sometimes it's better coming from them instead of, when it's the parent, it's corny. It's like, damn, could you get out my
Yeah,
face?
because my
That's-
sons don't be listening.
That's
So
right.
you're doing the right thing. Because I'd rather,
That's right.
if you walk up to me, I'd be like, man, you go ahead. But then you got a rapper coming to me, I'd be like, well,
But
damn, so that's
y'all
cool.
do have an album
So-
or a project or something, because I know you got a hot 16
got
ready to
bars-
spit
you got bars
when we
in
get
it?
up out
Nah,
of
we
here.
just play ball.
No, they bars is
Yeah.
behind them.
Oh.
The goal is
Because you know
right.
John Wall just did with a deal with
He done with
Adidas,
the
so
bars.
y'all trying to come
what
for
we're
John
doing
Wall?
right now is we bring in the NCAA. They supply me with basketball uniforms, and
Gotcha.
Kyle O'Quinn gives me Adidas shoes, and we actually have the kids playing against each other as if they was college ball players. So it's like St. John's play against Villanova, Kentucky
Oh, wow.
play against.
That's dope.
So they supply all the uniforms.
Right.
That's
And
dope.
then we bring in high school coaches and prep school coaches and college coaches, and we actually recruit the ball player from the prison and put him right into a prep school right out of the prison. So this way we can make it work, you know.
Let everybody know your social media, because that's dope. Where they can contact you, where can we see the game at?
Well, first you can contact at Daniel Leathers if you ever want to look beautiful for any winter session, at Daniel Leathers. And then for me, my Instagram is Mr.MR_Footwork. My Game of Life website is tgoflife.org, tgoflife.org. And I'd like to thank you, Mo, as well as your host, you know, for recognizing, you know, my work, especially in the entertainment business with Nadeem and him giving me the opportunity. And then I also I appreciate you to really allow me to
So
get
don't
to
make me
these
start
kids.
crying, because my
you
lashes
know?
gonna be hanging.
So I really want to thank you for that.
No, I
You
know.
know, but it's more bigger than you can imagine, and how they can get a second chance.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
appreciate
right.
that.
No problem.
I just want to say that Mo is doing a great work. We need more people like this in our community, and it starts from one person at a time.
Yep.
And whatever little we can do, we should do. It matters.
I know that's right. Thank y'all so much
Yeah,
for
thank
joining
y'all.
us today.
Thank y'all.
You got some last words you want to say? So I'll meet you on the court. It's going down.
Nobody can beat me, boy. I'm so nice.
I love the guy.
I go to Martin Van Buren. If you want a one-on-one game, you know where to meet me at. We in Queens, baby. I'm on Southside.
Okay, that's where I used to live. You gotta go to Margarita's Pizza and get you a slice.
That's the spot.
You already know. With the purple juice, what? Thank you so much to Nadeem, to Mr. Footwork, to Abdallah. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you just
Alright.
pointed at the wrong ones.
I know.
We are here.
To the OG Podcast Network, to Cumulus, to the Next Level family, to you for tuning in, because if you wasn't watching, then I can't get these nice frontals, because this shit looks like it's really my hair. I'm your girl, Lil Mo.
It's your boy, comedian Skeet Carter, and we are here at the Lil Mo Show. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time.
You want to come get a picture too?